Greetings everyone. My name is Eva Muluve. I work with Population Council Kenya office. Population Council is a research organization conducting research in over 50 countries to address critical health and development issues. Today I'm going to talk about the use of mobile biometrics and management information systems to enhance quality and accountability of cash transfer in girls' empowerment programs, and this is in the context of rural and urban poor settings. So just to give a brief background, the design and implementation of safety net programs is normally presented with quite a number of operational challenges, and these are mainly related to determination and identification of beneficiaries, maintenance of a database of beneficiaries, and the documentation of compliance and distribution of benefits. And more so, conditional cash transfer programs may face even greater operational challenges, and this is because of the additional participation requirements, in the sense that there are certain conditions that have to be met for the beneficiaries to be eligible for benefits. And then there is also quite a number of requirements in terms of enrolling the participants, assessing whether these participants have actually met the set conditions so that they are eligible for the benefits. And then the conditional cash transfer programs are normally accompanied by large cash payments, and therefore this begs for the question of accountability. Information and communication technology for social protection, that is the use of any kind of technology, for instance, use of biometric systems, use of management information systems or smart cards or global positioning systems, has shown to improve the targeting and identification of beneficiaries and assisted to mitigate benefit fraud within the delivery of safety net programs and in particular conditional cash transfer programs. However, poor telecommunication and power infrastructure hamper the implementation of ICT tools in low-resourced and hard-to-reach environments. I am going to discuss how we use different technology to improve the quality and accountability of a conditional cash transfer program in one of our programs called the Adolescent Girls Initiative Kenya. And this was a randomized control trial delivering multi-sectoral interventions to about 6,000 adolescent girls in two marginalized settings in Kenya. One of the settings was Kibera, which is a large urban slum in Nairobi that is characterized by high rates of poverty, crime, early sexual debut, and high population density. And the other context is Wajir, which is a rural marginalized area that is characterized by underdevelopment, extreme poverty, drought, and a socially conservative culture. The main objective of the Adolescent Girls Initiative Kenya program was just to determine which package or packages of multi-sectoral interventions for adolescent girls is the most cost-effective and provides the greatest impact for girls in northern Kenya and urban slums. The program had a conditional cash transfer component that was meant to promote girls' school enrollment and attendance by reducing the cost of burden for families taking girls to school, and it included a household cash transfer that went out to a designated household head every 2 times a term, a school fees that was sent directly to the schools every once a term, some schooling kits which basically were encompassed of 4 packets of sanitary pads, 2 pairs of underwear, some stationery, and some personal effects like soap and petroleum jelly, and these were given directly to the girls at the beginning of every term. And then we had some school incentives that also went out directly to the school based on the number of program participants enrolled in a particular school. All these benefits were pegged on a condition, and the condition was that at the beginning of every school year, you must have been enrolled in school, and for subsequent terms, you must have attended at least 80% per term of the school time. So we used mobile biometrics and management information system to ensure that there was accurate participant identification, there was strong control mechanism, and increased accountability and efficiency in the disbursement of benefits. We used biometric systems that were customized to run on simple Android phones, and the application developed for this was called Biometrics. It was custom-made to suit the needs of the program, and it was also customized to run on Android mobile operating system. The smartphones were connected to a light-emitting sensor fingerprint reader through an on-the-go cable, and the system was used to enroll participants' fingerprints at the beginning of the program and also to identify participants during benefit distribution and assist in tracking school attendance on a daily basis. A device-to-device data synchronization capability was also developed just to ensure that in areas where there was intermittent internet connectivity, then data was also able to synchronize, and data synchronized to a central dashboard in real time. And also we were able to use solar power banks to charge the smartphones where there was limited electricity access. The other piece of technology that we used was the use of what we call Salesforce, which is a cloud-based relational database that was customized and used as our MIS system or management information system to store all the program data on each of the beneficiaries. And the system offered us real-time access to beneficiary data. It also allowed us to be able to generate reports in a timely way, to be able to have data visualization and analytics, and also offered a relational database that was able to integrate all the beneficiary data between the different study components in one place. The system also enabled data sharing with partners in real time, and this allowed real-time generation of reports and allowed also progressive monitoring of the program. And also the system was customized in such a way that it was able to receive the data from the Biometrics system, and therefore we were able to have all the data in one port. This is just a visual representation of the Salesforce system that we were using to collect all the participant information in one place, and the other picture just provides a visual of the biometric system we were using, and it shows some of the participants being enrolled at the start of the program. In terms of technology implementation, we had a total of 1,990 participants enrolled under the cash transfer program in Kibera, and 2829 enrolled in Wajir. Biometric kits were installed in 70 and 187 primary and secondary day schools in Wajir and Kibera respectively. So no biometric systems were installed in boarding schools, whether primary or secondary. In Kibera, the average number of participants by school was 3, with a few public primary schools registering more than 200 participants. And in Wajir, the average number of participants by school was 23, with some of the schools having more than 100 participants. Each of the schools received one biometric kit, but the schools that had quite a number of participants received more than one biometrics kit, with one kit serving up to a maximum of 50 participants. The mean number of cash transfers that were received out of the total possible of 12 was 9.7 and 9 in Kibera and Wajir respectively, while the mean number of schooling kits that were received was 4 for both sides out of the total possible of 7. The Salesforce MIS system was used by both the research and the program implementing partners to progressively monitor the data coming in into the program, and also to make improvements as the program was implemented. The implementation was not without challenges. So the parents, teachers, and even the participating program girls are very positive and excited about the technology we were using, especially in terms of the biometrics kits that were set up at schools to track school attendance. However, there were some challenges that were experienced, and these were broadly classified into technical challenges, contextual challenges, and man-made challenges. So in terms of technical challenges, for example, the time taken to record the attendance for some of the schools that had very many participants was an issue, because it ended up disrupting some of the early morning lessons. And also the issue around gadgets malfunctioning, and also there were a few issues around data synchronization failures. In terms of contextual challenges, we had power failure, especially in the context of Wajir, and poor network connectivity that hindered a real-time data synchronization. And then there were man-made challenges, and these included the lack of motivation of some of the teachers to take attendance, and also either loss or misappropriation of the devices. And this was mostly experienced in the context of Kibera, where there were high numbers of informal, less structured schools. So in some of the cases, you would find that some school administrators would decide to personalize the mobile phones, and therefore some of the participants or beneficiaries would not be able to regularly take attendance. And as a result of these shortcomings, it was not possible for us to be able to ascertain the necessary 80% school attendance condition, and this may have led to missed conditional cash transfer benefits to some of the potential eligible households. Some mitigation strategies were developed to counter the challenges that we were experiencing, and this included more devices being issued to schools that had many participants. It also included the development of a complement system where we would train data collectors to go and manually collect school attendance data at randoms week within each school term. It also included the hiring of more mentors or program staff to assist with attendance collection, troubleshooting, and strengthening spot checks, and this therefore motivated and facilitated the use of the system. It also included the development of a device-to-device synchronization capability for the Biometrics system to assist with synchronization of data where there was intermittent or poor network connectivity. And also we developed sensitization meetings that were conducted every term with the teachers just to sensitize them around the use of the system. Some of the lessons learned were that working in marginalized settings with limited electricity and internet connectivity may pose challenges in timely data transmission and synchronization, and therefore it's important for you to ensure that the technology you are using is able to mitigate these challenge. Contextual challenges may be realized in the security, storage, and management of the equipment, especially in schools that are more informal and less structured. The time taken to take attendance can also cause disruptions in school lessons, and therefore if you are implementing this kind of technology in similar contexts, you will want to plan ahead on how this can be handled. And then high turnover of trained teachers and administrators may cause challenges in the implementation process, and therefore it's important to be aware before you implement this kind of technology on exactly how to mitigate this kind of challenge. In conclusion, the use of mobile biometric systems and management information systems enhance the quality and accountability of the CCT program. Biometrics-based MIS linked every encounter to tamper-proof unique identification, eliminated the cases of double enrollment and double allocation of program benefits, and controlled for study arm contamination. MIS enabled management of high volume data and increased accountability and efficiency in the disbursement of benefits. And amidst the contextual challenges, further prototyping of these technologies would help document user experience needs, facilitating adoption and scale up of such technologies in different contexts. Thank you very much for listening. I open it up for any questions or comments.